2007 Chevy Tahoe with the 5.3. This is actually, let's say it's mine, but it's my wife's vehicle. So we're going to do on this one, we're going to do a software update using the Chevy SPS program with the J2534 pass-through. The reason is because I noticed when it's hot out, or after it sits for a while, especially in the summer, I hear a loud clunk in the passenger footwell area, and it sounds like it's the AC compressor, which is down there, and the belt squeaking and stuff, some weird stuff like that. Well, after doing some research, there's actually a service bulletin for 2007-2008 Tahoe. Air conditioning compressor and/or serpentine belt noise at vehicle startup. Reprogram the PCM. Well, how does a software update fix this issue? Well, the condition says some customers may comment on air conditioning compressor slugging and/or serpentine belt or pulley rattle noise at vehicle startup in warmer outside temperatures, ambient temperatures, conditions. Others may describe the noise as a belt chirp or as a thumping, grinding noise coming from the AC compressor at vehicle startup. And I hear a thumping noise, like it's pretty loud. It's done that for several years. So the cause is the condition may be caused by the AC compressor trying to move liquid refrigerant through the system. So what does it tell you to do? It says reprogram the PCM with the latest calibration available. Do not replace the compressor, clutch, serpentine belt, and or the belt tensioner. So go through TIS2 web, all the SPS service programming system. I'm going to go through all that. But how do I know if I have the newest software on here? I went to GM's website, the CalID website. I typed in my VIN. These are your part numbers and your CVNs. I have this one in my vehicle already for the main operating system, but I don't have this one right here. New calibration to reduce potential for AC compressor failure. Also addresses customer complaint of compressor noise. So, and I'll show you how I got to this and what software I have, but I do not have that version of software on my vehicle. I have these other ones here, but I don't have this one. And this is the TSB bulletin number we're talking about. Have all this other software on there. I'm going to hook up this cam to it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, let me get everything set up and then we'll go from there. I don't know if I talked about it yet or not, but what this update does is when you crank the engine over, it cycles the AC compressor on and off to remove that refrigerant out of the pump, whether it's a pump issue or a compressor issue or an actual line issue. So that's what this actually does when you update the software. Alright, so a preliminary check. I have somebody in the vehicle that's going to start it when I tell them to, and we're going to see if that AC compressor turns on. Go ahead and start it. Turn it off. Alright, so you can see the AC compressor never moved. We're going to see if it changes after the PCM software update. Alrighty, so I'm getting stuff set up. I got a battery power supply. Shows it's set to 14.9 on here, but it's actually, I'm reading it off the battery here. I'm reading 14.3. I could turn it down a little bit, I guess, because it says in service data you have 12 to 15 volts when you're programming. So I could actually turn this down a little bit. There's 14.3 on there, and then let's see where we're at on the vehicle. Good. Turn the film and do this at the same time. Yeah, 13.7, 13.8. So that's perfect, actually. So power supply is good, so we don't break a computer, hopefully. We got the Maxxis Ultra hooked up, key on engine off. to the full system scan, and what I want to look at now is the ECM. I want to look at the information, the ECU information, and compare it to our actual updates. And then I got my laptop hooked up. So here's our calibration IDs for the engine and the trans, and then our CVNs, verification number for our VIN. So looking at this sheet here, like this one, I already have this one, ends in, it's 126-14088. Focus, 126-14088 with the CVN and ending in F82, right? So if you go to this one down here, 126-14232, that's the second one down, 232. But the one above it, the 126-184, that ends in 184, I don't have that software in here. That's why I'm doing this for the new calibration to reduce potential for AC compressor failure. Also addresses customer complaint of compressor noise. And I don't have that CVN C72. But when I'm done, I should have all that saved in here. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I got my security, defender, all that stuff turned off. I'm going to type in Chrome. You can use Internet Explorer too. But I'm going to open, whether I use Chrome Internet Explorer, I'm going to open it and run it as administrator. And I'm going to go to the TIS website next. Alrighty, so I'm at the TIS website, so I'm going to log in. So once you log in, it's going to ask for a verification code. Alrighty, so I logged in. You read the terms and agreements, scroll all the way down. So this highlights, okay, agree to continue. So I'm logged in. So I bought a 2-year pass, 24 months per VIN. So I'm gonna, it's already right here, one available. So I'll have vehicle program software up to 2 years for this VIN. And I think it's limited how many modules you have in a vehicle. So if you have like 20 modules, you can do it 20 times. You can do 20 different modules. You could do 20 modules of the, 20 PCM reflashes. But I think it limits you to whatever modules in the vehicle, I believe. So hit view. I'm going to add VIN. Click OK. It's going to pull up SPS. So what I have here is I have my computer on the internet. I got a battery maintainer on. I got my security and antivirus turned off, and I have Java 8U121, so I have the right version of Java, which it tells you all this when you read into it, what you need for SPS and or whatever Java. So, and I'm using it in the administrative mode for Google Chrome, or you can use Internet Explorer. So before I go any farther, I'm going to hook up my JBox to my computer. Alrighty, so I plugged my JBox into my computer laptop. Pass-through is hooked up to the DLC diagnostic link connector. Key on engine off. So where would you look to get your Cal ID? If you go to SPS info right here, you can type in your VIN right here. And it'll pull up all that stuff, and you can click a report, and it'll tell you what software is there, what's available, and all that stuff. So that is how I got all of this software, so I know which one I need. Also, you want to use service information, because when you're doing this, when it's done, it may have you do a crankshaft position relearn. Depends if you replace the PCM, might have to do theft deterrent module relearn, but it should walk you through it. So now I'm going to click on SPS. Make sure you're using 32-bit of Java, even though it's a 64-bit computer. Start SPS. It's going to download a file. So hit keep, then hit open. Your browser may automatically open it. It's going to open Java. So I'm trying to film and click on this. Hit run to run your Java. Run again. It's going to download some files in the background on the computer. Okay, so I don't need the MDI. I don't need the Tech 2 driver. I already have the J2534 wrapper installed, which would come up here. You want to install that if you don't have it, so I'm going to skip these because I'm not using those. You can hear the power supply turning back on to maintain battery voltage. There we go. Why is this? Okay, so we're going to click J2534 tool. Replace and reprogram, even though we're just reprogramming in case something goes wrong. And I'm going to hit, and there's our Java version right there. You can see it. So I'm going to hit next. And follow these instructions. I already got the setup. Turn ignition off, vehicle fully charged, battery. Turn ignition on, engine off, which you got connected to the DLC, connected to the computer. Switch the device on and wait for the device to get ready. So we should be on, so hit next. So we're going to pick our vehicle here. So we're going to click Chevrolet. It's a 2007. Alright, so we got a light duty truck, MPV are incomplete. Oh, there it is, Tahoe. Then we got a pick or J box. So you can move these around. We're going to do the Maxi Flash VCMI. Hit continue. You can hear it turn on. Communicating with the device. The VCMI is on. I don't know if you can see that in the video. So there's our VIN. Let's verify the VIN. It ends in 97265. Yes, it ends in 97265. So that's the right VIN. So I'm going to hit next. It says there is a field action for this vehicle. Please check. Alright, so it says M24601, there's a field action for this vehicle, please check. I'm going to hit OK, I guess. Yeah. So there must be something in the server's database that they have. Alright, so these are all the modules that are available. So I want to do the engine control module. Programming. Make sure I'm on the right one. I'm trying to film and look down and do this at the same time. Yes, that's the one. I want to do, and I want to do normal, not VCI. VCIs if there's like a special, I guess, field action report or something. So we're going to hit next. Turn ignition off. Replace controller, turn ignition off. Remove existing controller from vehicle. Install new controller, be programmed, turn ignition on. Well, we never did none of that, so new modules in, ignition's on. So hit next. Communicating with the device. You can hear the vehicle chiming. So this is connecting to the server on the bottom here. Alright. So we got to get the right software selected next. Alright, so that message that came up earlier, did some research. That's because there's a service bulletin, TSB, which is what we have in here, which I told you at the beginning of the video. So I clicked on engine operation right there. This is now this is a new software matches that, but actually, hang on, let me go back to where I get ahead of myself here. It says system right there. System, new calibration, reduced potential for AC compressor failure. Also addresses customer complaint of compressor noise. So if I go under system, the current calibration I have is 232, which is the second one there. I want 184, which is that one right there. So go to engine operation. I'm going to click. That's how to get this thing to highlight. I don't want to click on this one because there is an address, another update for cruise dropping out, but it has some other issues where it fixes. But the problem is the fuel of the coming will be negatively impacted, so I'm not even messing with that one. So I'm going to click on this one. All right, so click on this one. I'm going to hit next. And it shows you the before software and the after software. So this isn't going to change. This is going to change. It's going from 232 to 184. So second one 232, top one to 184. This isn't going to change. 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 This isn't going to change, and that's not going to change. So we're good. So I can print this if I wanted to show that, but I'm going to hit next. Oh, my server session expired. I got to log back in. I was taking too long filming this, apparently. Alright, I'm back where I was at. Sorry, it timed me out because I was doing some research, and I was in this thing for like 30 minutes. So you notice the asterisk there. I have to click on this one, click on this one where we were before. So I don't want to do this one because the fuel economy. So I'm going to go back to this one, and I can hit next. Here's where we were just at. We're going to go to the compressor one. So we hit next again. So pre-programmed instructions, the HVAC, DPM, I'm not sure what a DPM is, and RCDRL may stop communicating and become non-functional after programming this module. If this happens, do not replace these modules. Functionality can be restored by cycling battery power to these modules. So basically unhook the battery cables and rehook them up. So hit next. Now it's going to download. It's connecting to the server. It says download complete. So let it do a thing. It's loading it from the server. And you can see it's programming down there. Estimated time remaining. You can see it counting down. It's programming the bytes. Says so many bytes of so many bytes being programmed. My internet connection doesn't drop out because, well, I live in Mountain Home, Idaho, and CenturyLink's in this town, and CenturyLink is garbage. Sorry about that, my kids are screaming. I just heard door locks turning on and off. Lights flashed. Alright, so what does it say here? I missed it when I was trying to film. I heard the door locks flash and everything, or lights flash and door locks. It says action complete, engine control module programming ECM. Warranty claim, you can take a picture of that we've got on video if it's applicable. The warranty claim code is required to confirm the programming has been completed. Incorrect or missing warranty claim codes may result in rejection of warranty status. Warranty claim code for prior VINs. Service may be retrieved through settings on at SPA start page. Follow the controller-specific instructions below. If there are no controller-specific instructions, turn ignition off for 30 seconds to reset the controller. So, mandatory controller-specific instructions to be respected. Clearing DTCs will erase stored history from all controllers of the data link currently in use. Move your interface to any additional auxiliary data connector to the vehicle. Clear these from the controller. Move your interface to additionally exit. God, I can't even talk. Move your interface to any additional auxiliary data connectors on the vehicle to clear DTCs from the other controllers. When finished, return the interface to the data link connector. Crankshaft position variation relearn procedure using special function on Tech 2 may be needed after programming. Refer to service manual DTC 1336 or P0315 system variation not learned. So we can do that with the scan tool. So I'm going to hit clear DTCs. The button's depressed. When it's done clearing, it should undepress if there even said any DTCs. Alright, so it cleared them. So we can proceed the same VIN if we want to program another car or another module. We can do new if we want to do another car. But now we're going to hit cancel, I believe. And we're done programming. So the vehicle's programmed, so now we're going to do the follow-on procedures with the crankshaft variation relearn. Alright, so I'm out of the SPS program. I'm starting the Altel back up, still connected to the vehicle, key on engine off. I'm going to start it, do the crankshaft variation relearn, and look at our software. Make sure it's updated. Alrighty, so I did a full system scan again. I'm going to go into the ECM. And you go to special function, crankshaft position variation relearn. Let me get in the car to get this going. Alright, so I'm in the vehicle. It says accelerate to wide open throttle, release the throttle if the fuel cutoff occurs. Refer to relevant service documents for information. RPM fuel cutoff for passenger cars, light duty trucks. So light duty trucks V8 is 4,000. So I'm going to hit continue. Engine acceleration should not exceed the calibrated RPM value. Release the throttle once the engine acceleration should not exceed the calibration RPM value. Release the throttle at once when the value is outnumbered. Okay, continue. Block the wheel, set the parking brake. Cycle the ignition from off to on. Okay. Apply and hold the brake pedal. Start and idle the engine. So turn off AC, which it is. Must be in park or neutral, which it is. Hit OK. Holding the brake still. So I'm going to hit, it says none right there, so I'm going to, got to hit learn once I get the right RPMs. So I ain't holding it far enough. No, I just hit pause and then unpause it on my camera here. But it says learn status, learn disignition, press escape. So what I had to do is I had to rev it up to like almost 4,000 and let off. I just smashed it to the floor and let go. I went like that. And then it learned it. So I hit escape. Now we're going to take a look at our ECU information and make sure all that stuff has been updated with the new software and CVN number. When I was programming, I had the radio off, accessories off, HVAC stuff off, all that. So let's take a look here. Alright, so the new software for the AC ends in, it's 126.231.184. There it is, 126.231.184. The CVN is 2C72. 2C72. So everything has been updated. Alright, so I did a full system scan one more time. There's no more codes in here. In the vehicle. I'd imagine now when you start it, it would cycle that compressor when the engine control computer wants it to. I think that's all this works. So everything is good now. The software update. So that is it for this 2007 Chevy Tahoe with the 5.3.